Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. While performing a particular job, we perform so many movements or motions like lifting an object, putting an object, sitting, moving around, changing positions, etc. But do you think that there are several movements or motions that can be avoided or that are not required, that are unnecessary? This is what we are going to study in today's topic, which is motion study. Motion study is one of the techniques which is given by F.W. Taylor. Motion study refers to making thorough analysis of various motions or movements which are performed by a worker while doing a particular job. That thorough analysis of all the motions are done in order to eliminate unnecessary motions or unnecessary movements in order to find one best method of doing the job. Motion study refers to study of motions or movements which are involved in doing a particular job. There are usually three types of motions or movements which are performed by a worker while doing a job. These are productive movements, incidental movements and unproductive movements. Productive movements are necessary for production, incidental like going to the store. Unproductive movements are unnecessary and these movements should be avoided. So the basic purpose of motion study is to eliminate unproductive or unnecessary movements or motions. What are the objectives of motion study? First of all, determine different movements while performing a particular job. Identify productive, unproductive and incidental movements. Productive means which are important for production. Unproductive, which are useless. Incidental, which happen by chance. Okay, so identifying productive, unproductive and incidental movements. And number 3, eliminating unproductive movements. Trying to find out methods in order to reduce unproductive movements. It is done to save the cost and increase the production. Obviously, if you are reducing unnecessary movements, then you are saving the time and you are, by saving time, increasing the production. For this purpose, various stopwatches, colors and symbols are used by Taylor to detect those unnecessary movements. For example, if it is observed through motion study that a worker is making a lot of movements in taking the toolbox to the place of production, then in that case the toolbox should be kept near the worker so that he doesn't have to go to the toolbox every time. This will not only help in saving the time and increasing the production, but also it will increase the efficiency of the worker. Right? What is the importance of motion study? See, motion study helps in improving the performance of the workers by reducing unnecessary unproductive movements. Right? If unproductive movements are eliminated or reduced, then the worker's efficiency is going to increase. If the worker's efficiency increases, it reduces the cost of production and saves the time. Efficiency of workers is directly related to production also. Therefore, it helps in increasing the production.
So, motion study refers to the study of motions or movements like lifting, putting objects, sitting, etc., which are undertaken while doing a job. The sole purpose of motion study is to eliminate unnecessary movements, which will ultimately help in reducing the time to complete the job efficiently. This can be explained with the help of an example that Taylor and his associate Frank Gilbert, they were able to reduce the motions or movements in bricklaying from 18 to just 5. And Taylor has demonstrated that productivity has increased significantly. It increased to about 4 times by reducing the unnecessary movements. Obviously, if you're reducing unnecessary movements, you are doing the work in less time, right? And if you're doing the work in less time, you will be able to produce more. Through motion study, motions or movements which are productive, incidental and unproductive, they are found out. It helps in saving time and increasing the production. Now, what is the objective and importance of motion study? Students, when we talk about objective, we talk about why is it done, what is the purpose of doing it. See, it is done to determine the movements involved in doing a job. Once you determine the movements, what do? You identify productive, incidental and unproductive movements, right? Once these movements are identified, what is to be done? You have to eliminate the unproductive movements, because ultimate objective is to eliminate the unproductive movements. And to eliminate those unproductive movements, what do we need? We need to design suitable equipments so as to minimize or to eliminate these unproductive movements. These are the objectives of motion study. Now, what is the importance? When we talk about importance, we mean that if we are conducting motion study, how is it going to help the organization? Okay, why is it so important? It is very important so that the performance of the workers is improved. Obviously, if it is able to help us find out unproductive movements and to eliminate those unproductive movements, then the performance of the workers is going to increase, right? That means efficiency of the organization, efficiency of the workers is increasing, and also productivity is increasing. Thereby, it also reduces the cost involved and also the time involved in doing a particular job. So therefore, it improves workers' performance, it reduces cost and improves